Beneath the waves of planet 4546b lies a world so alien that even our most sophisticated models of marine biology must be rewritten. The ocean here covers 95% of the planetary surface, harboring pressures and chemistries that would obliterate conventional life. Yet life does not merely survive. It thrives with a ferocity and scale that humbles the observer. Today, we examine the apex of this aquatic hierarchy, the Leviathan-class organisms. 15 distinct species have been cataloged. Each represents millions of years of adaptation to environments ranging from volcanic trenches to frozen wastes. What follows is the taxonomic record of life at its most magnificent and most terrifying. We begin in the shallows, where sunlight still penetrates with enough intensity to sustain vast kelp forests. Here dwells the Reefback Leviathan, Leptocephalus giganteus, a creature so massive that entire ecosystems colonize its dorsal surface. Adults measure up to 130 meters in length, their bodies shaped like living islands drifting through the safe shallows and grassy plateaus. The skin is barnacled with calcium carbonate deposits, and miniature trees root directly into the creature's dermis, drawing nutrients from a symbiotic circulatory network beneath. The reefback is a filter feeder, its cavernous mouth lined with baleen-like structures that sieve plankton from the water column. It moves with glacial deliberation, propelled by 4 paddle-like fins that beat in slow, synchronized rhythm. The sound it produces, a low-frequency moan that resonates for kilometers, serves both echolocation and communication purposes. Pods of 6 to 12 individuals migrate seasonally, following plankton blooms with the patience of creatures that have no natural predators. Descending into deeper waters, we encounter the Reaper Leviathan, Carnifex maximus, perhaps the most infamous predator in these seas. Found primarily along the crash zone and dunes biomes, this creature represents evolutionary efficiency perfected. 55 meters from mandibles to tail, the Reaper is built for speed and devastation. Its body is covered in interlocking chitinous plates, blood red and ribbed for hydrodynamic efficiency. 4 eyeless sockets dominate the skull, but the Reaper navigates through echolocation so precise it can detect the heartbeat of prey buried in sand. The mandibles are the true horror. 4 segmented appendages, each lined with backward curving barbs, designed not to pierce, but to grip. Once those mandibles close around flesh, escape is biologically impossible. The Reaper's hunting pattern is methodical. It patrols the seafloor in wide circles, emitting low clicks, then erupts from below in a vertical lunge that generates cavitation bubbles in its wake. The roar it releases before striking is not a warning. It is the sound of a predator that has never learned fear. The sea treader Leviathan, Ambulocetus benthicus, offers a stark contrast. Found exclusively in the sea treader's path biome, this species is entirely herbivorous, feeding on seafloor vegetation by uprooting entire root systems with its 3-toed limbs. Each leg is 12 meters long, supporting a body that reaches 20 meters in height. The creature walks rather than swims, its movements slow and deliberate, stirring up sediment clouds that attract scavenger species. The head is eyeless and bulbous, equipped with chemoreceptors that detect nutrient-rich soil. As it walks, it excretes compressed pellets of undigested minerals, waste products rich in rare elements. The sea treader is placid, almost contemplative, its existence a reminder that size alone does not dictate violence. In the bioluminescent depths of the Lost River are juvenile ghost Leviathans, Spectrophantus luminaris patrol subterranean caverns where water temperatures fluctuate wildly due to geothermal venting. Juveniles are 60 meters long, their translucent bodies shimmering with internal bioluminescence that shifts between cyan and pale violet. This transparency is not merely camouflage, it is an evolutionary marvel. The creature's internal organs pulse with rhythmic light that hypnotizes prey into paralysis. Adults migrate to the open void beyond the crater's edge, growing to 170 meters. They become territorial guardians of the ecological dead zones, emitting piercing shrieks that can rupture organic tissue at close range. The sound is generated by specialized vocal sacs filled with pressurized gas, expelled through serrated spiracles. When a ghost Leviathan screams, you feel it as a vibration in your bones, a primal warning that you have ventured beyond the boundaries of safety. The glow whale, Balanoptera luminosa, inhabits the deepest trenches of the void, descending to pressures exceeding 1,200 atmospheres. These creatures emit a pale, ethereal bioluminescence, their bodies translucent enough to reveal skeletal structures beneath the skin. They are filter feeders of the abyss, consuming microscopic organisms that exist only at crushing depths. No specimens have been captured. Our knowledge comes entirely from remote sonar and fragmentary visual data. They are ghosts in the truest sense, glimpsed only in moments, then swallowed again by the infinite dark. The squid shark, Carcharodon tentaculatus, though smaller than its Leviathan cousins, earns its classification through sheer predatory efficiency. This 30-meter hybrid organism exhibits both cephalopod and chondrichthyan traits, a shark-like body with tentacles sprouting from its head. Found in the purple vents and deep lily pad zones, it hunts in packs, using bioluminescent lures to disorient prey before striking with remarkable speed. The tentacles contain neurotoxins that induce paralysis within seconds. We now venture into volcanic regions, where the ocean floor fractures into magma-heated fissures. Here dwells the sea dragon Leviathan, Draconis thermalis, the largest aggressive predator in the planetary database. 112 meters of armored bioluminescent fury, the sea dragon inhabits the inactive lava zone and lava lakes, where temperatures exceed 200 degrees Celsius. The creature's body is encased in overlapping scales that radiate heat, glowing orange and yellow like molten iron. Two massive forelimbs, vestigial remnants of an ancient terrestrial ancestor, now serve as stabilizers in turbulent thermal currents. The head is elongated, almost crocodilian, with jaws capable of unhinging to swallow prey whole. But the sea dragon's most devastating weapon is biological thermogenesis. Specialized glands in its throat synthesize and ignite a volatile petrochemical compound, expelled as a jet of superheated plasma. This breath incinerates organic matter on contact. Despite its aggression, the sea dragon is not mindlessly hostile. It is territorial, defending nesting sites where females deposit eggs in magma tubes. These eggs, each the size of a human torso, incubate for over a year in temperatures that would sterilize any terrestrial organism. The frozen Leviathan, Glacialis mortis, represents a cautionary tale of extinction. This species once dominated the Arctic regions but succumbed to a bacterial pathogen millennia ago. Preserved specimens, frozen in ice, reveal a creature 80 meters long with adaptations for sub-zero hunting, insulated blubber layers, antifreeze proteins in the bloodstream, and serrated teeth designed to grip slippery prey. The bacterium that killed them, Kara remains one of the deadliest pathogens ever documented. The ice worm, Glaciovermis colossus, is not aquatic, yet meets Leviathan classification by mass and ecological dominance. Found on the frozen surface regions, this creature burrows through permafrost using thermogenic body heat, its segmented body reaching 95 meters. The head is equipped with crushing mandibles and sensory whiskers that detect vibrations across kilometers. It is an ambush predator of the ice, erupting from below to seize prey before retreating into subterranean tunnels. The roar it produces, a guttural grinding sound, is generated by plates of chitin scraping against internal resonance chambers. The vent garden, Hydrothermalis botanicus, blurs the line between flora and fauna. These sessile organisms, reaching 40 meters in height, anchor themselves to hydrothermal vents in the bulb zone and deep Grand Reef. They are carnivorous plants that have evolved limited mobility in their tendrils, which extend to capture small fish drawn to the warmth. Digestive enzymes secreted from specialized pores break down prey over days. Their translucent bodies glow with internal bioluminescence, creating forests of ghostly light in the abyss. The void calicarate, Calicarata abyssus, patrols the crater edge, a predator adapted to nutrient-scarce environments. Its body is arthropod-like, encased in segmented exoskeleton, with 4 powerful swimming limbs and a tri-jawed mouth lined with rotary teeth. The creature hunts by sound, attracted to vibration and electromagnetic signatures. Its eyes, 6 of them, are compound structures capable of detecting movement in near-total darkness. Encounters are brief and lethal. The chelicerate strikes with the precision of a guided missile. The Shadow Leviathan, Umbraticus profundus, inhabits the crystal caves, a predator perfectly adapted to labyrinthine environments. At 65 meters, it is smaller than the sea dragon, but no less dangerous. Its body is serpentine, covered in matte black scales that absorb light rather than reflect it. The creature navigates through electroreception, detecting the bioelectric fields generated by living tissue. When it strikes, it does so from above, descending like a living avalanche. The crimson ray, Manta sanguineus, drifts through the tree spire's biome, a filter feeder of elegant proportions. At 45 meters wingspan, it glides effortlessly through thermal layers, consuming clouds of microorganisms. Its crimson coloration serves as warning. Glands along its ventral surface secrete a mild toxin that deters predators. The ray is one of the few Leviathan species that exhibits migratory behavior across multiple biomes, following seasonal plankton blooms with uncanny precision. And then there is the Sea Emperor Leviathan, Imperator marinus, the largest and most intelligent organism ever documented. At 160 meters, this creature is more than an apex predator. It is a keystone species, a biological fulcrum upon which entire ecosystems depend. The Sea Emperor is capable of telepathic communication, measurable psionic emissions, detectable via encephalographic analogs. It possesses limb-like fins, expressive eyes the size of submersibles, and a nurturing behavior rarely seen in marine megafauna. Females protect their young for decades, teaching hunting techniques and migration routes. This species is, in every measurable sense, sentient. To encounter a Sea Emperor is to recognize intelligence gazing back. We stand in the presence of evolution's most audacious experiments. These Leviathans are not monsters. They are survivors, testaments to the brutal elegance of natural selection in a world where survival demands extremes. To study them is to confront our insignificance. To respect them is to acknowledge that majesty is not uniquely human, but a universal principle written into the very fabric of life.